Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to Emerge Philadelphia, the Enrollment Director for Impact Health Sharing, Lyndria Wynn.
I love it. Woo! You know, anytime that we get to be here with you, we get excited because after almost a year of exclusive marketing partnership, it just keeps getting better and better. And even the regional events, you guys are packing out rooms. There's so much energy, so give yourselves a round of applause for that. Yes, yes. So, like I said, anytime that I'm here, I get excited because I get to meet some of the most passionate individuals that you will ever meet in your life. You guys aren't just looking to make money, because we all want to make money, but you guys are passionate and you genuinely care about the people and your customers that you're serving. So today, I'm going to teach you how to fish. You guys know how to fish? All right, here's the thing. Anytime I'm here, I get the question, Lyndria, I've watched the video. Teach me everything you know. I'm like, listen, we don't have the time, okay? We don't have the time. I've been doing this for quite a while, but I can teach you how to fish. And here's the thing, you never have to be the expert. You leave the expertise to us. So you fish, we fillet, and together everyone eats. You like that? All right, so let's get into it. Let's get our poles ready. All right, so let's understand this format. What is Impact Health Sharing? What is healthcare sharing? It is the solution to a broken system, right? So there's tons of Americans, 90 million Americans have medical debt for one reason or another. That doesn't mean that they don't have insurance. That could mean that they're underinsured, right? So that could mean that they have a plan, but in reality, the plan's deductible is so high that they're never going to meet it, okay? That's a real thing. Sometimes you're looking at the monthly expense, but you don't know the fine print. You don't really understand how this deductible is going to weigh you down. Most of the American population is generally healthy. So Impact Health Sharing has been strategically designed to serve that specific subset of people, the healthy population. So we've come along, we've modernized this existing approach of healthcare sharing, and we're giving the options back to the American people. We have been in a time and a place where our options have been stripped from us. We're having to pick and choose. We're having to choose, okay, I want the cheap thing, but I'm going to go ahead and diminish the value as well. Well, Impact's our leadership team. Every decision that we get to make on the behalf of you, we don't have to sacrifice the value. We get to offer you something that's not only affordable, but it empowers you. We're restoring the choice to not only save money, but we're also giving you the option to see any provider of your choosing. That's huge. Because many times with these PPOs and these HMOs, they have you in the chokehold. And here's why. Because they're going to give you a card that you can go and take to their specific set of doctors. Every doctor isn't created equal, okay? I'm going to tell you that right now. Every doctor is not created equal. So you may not be visiting the best of the best. But if your loved one gets sick and they need medical attention, your baby gets sick and they need medical attention, you better believe we're looking for the best of the best of the best to render their care. Impact gives you that control to seek out the best. And if you go see them, you don't have to worry about getting a notice, oh, they're not in network. That is power. That's power. So when you're out in the field, what are you going to talk to your prospects about? If you're in the market for healthcare, why would you consider Impact Health Sharing? It's simple. It's affordable. And we're not just making this up. 40 to 50% savings on average is what our membership sees. That's a huge difference. We hear it all the time. Well, I was paying $1,300 a month for me and my wife, and now we pay $400. That's $900 a month. You multiply that by 12, we're going on vacation. I'm sorry. The math, it just makes sense, right? It's affordable. But not only is it affordable, remember, we're not sacrificing price and value. We're getting both and. It's comprehensive. It stands alone, okay? This means that you don't have to layer this on top of a traditional insurance plan. It gives you the essential health care. It gives you the things that you need to be taken care of. So you're going to get that annual physical before you meet your PRA. We're going to give you $150 towards lab care, okay? That $150 can be utilized for that vitamin D test and things of that nature, the A1C testing that they generally combine with your annual physical. We're giving you those things. We're giving you telemedicine. That is the ability to see a doctor or physician anywhere, time of day or night. That is full and it's rich, and there is no cost for that annual physical or that telemedicine. Again, we talked about it. There's no network. You can go anywhere you choose. And many of the other sharing organizations, they're all good because healthcare sharing is a great concept. It's an age-old concept, just about nearly 50 years in the game, but we are a bit more inclusive. Many of our competitors require you to identify as a certain faith or worship a certain way, and while those things are okay, we designed a program that is a bit more modern and gives you the ability to offer it to anyone. All right? So, by show of hands, and it's kind of dark in here, I can see a few of you. How many of you are actually Impact members? Look around the room. Thank you, first and foremost, for trusting us with your healthcare. That's huge. That is huge. How many of you guys are considering joining the Impact membership? I like it. I like it a lot. I like it a lot. So here's the thing. Not only are you going to get incredible care, you're going to get access to a community. If you've ever logged into your Impact member portal, the very first thing that you would have seen is the ability to connect with people. The very first thing that you see is your share stream. These aren't just people who are telling you, hey, have a great day. These are people with real, genuine issues. These are people who are requesting prayer. You get access to a whole new set of family members that you've never met before. And in today's economy, we're on the tail end of a pandemic. We're still in it, but we're on the tail end of it. And I can tell you one thing, I was lacking that emotional connection, that ability to connect with people. I missed peopling. I'm a peopler by nature. And we have the ability to do just that within our own membership. That's huge. Because here's the thing. The members of the Impact program, we pay the bills of the membership. So when you're trying to figure out, how do I market this? How do I explain it? If it's not insurance, then what is it? How does this actually work? Simple. When you're in your online application process, you are going to select a primary responsibility amount. That PRA, for short, is what your family or yourself, depending upon your household size, that's what you're responsible for meeting. Once you've satisfied that amount with new accidents, illnesses, and injuries, the membership is going to come in and pick up the difference. 90% of those medical bills are going to be shared, okay? You're going to have an Impact membership card, so your experience should feel very similar to that of a traditional insurance plan. You should be able to walk into your provider, show them your Impact card, pay a provider fee, and ultimately be seen and be rendered the care that you need, okay? Now, something that is just unheard of and unseen in the healthcare space is transparency. There's always an ulterior motive, right? There's always a catch. There's always something underneath it where people are like, this is just too good to be true. And here's the facts. you will not meet a more genuine set of people to trust with your health care. Any decision that we make as a not-for-profit, we've removed the motive. We don't have to deny a medical bill. Our membership guidelines is strategically curated so that it does the denying for us. We're not going to bamboozle you and change the rules or anything of that nature. We give you the ability to see your membership guidelines, know exactly what will be shared, what will not be shared, and ultimately you can make an educated decision. Any decision that we make with you in mind. That is love, right? That is care. And that is exactly what you have in a leadership team with the Impact program. And inevitably, we always have these people who are always questioning, well, what happens if, you run out of money? Here's the thing. In the Impact member portal, you can see exactly how much is available. In reserves, and there's plenty. There is plenty. Transparency is unseen at this level. You get to see exactly how much is available, how much you're contributing to the other medical bills of the program, so you always have that confidence, okay? Now, look at these statistics. I want you to pay close attention to the very bottom one. It says that 5% of the American population is responsible for 50% of all health spending. These stats are given by the Kaiser Family Foundation, and here's what you need to know. If you think about that thing, that means that the vast majority of the population is not in that number. That means that most of the American population is healthy. Our program is developed and designed to serve that set of people. It's not built to serve the individuals with chronic conditions. Maybe they're on the brink of a diagnosis. That's not your target market. You don't want to waste your time looking for ways to save your loved ones that may be in the middle of a diagnosis while we want to serve them. That's not your subset of people, okay? You want to focus on that 85+% of people that fit into the fairly healthy or very healthy target group of people, okay? So here's what you need to know. Individuals, families, small business owners, we're going to talk about that in just a minute, but also seniors. If you've been walking on this earth for 65 years or more, we want to serve you. If you have Medicare Part A and B, we are an incredible alternative for the traditional supplement that you would find in the marketplace, okay? Now, you guys get a lot of questions. I get a lot of questions as the enrollment director for groups. How does this actually work? What happens when I submit a lead? Who should I be talking to? Well, here's your answers. Business owners, who are quite frankly the backbone of this country, business owners are the backbone of this country. Every single one of you have a business. You're a business owner. And here's what you need to know. If you get to the place where you're hiring staff, you're not only responsible for you, but you're responsible for them. And any good leader wants to do right by their people. That's in their heart. So here's what you need to know. If they're paying a lot of money, if overhead is killing them for healthcare, definitely talk to them. If they are losing their top talent because, quite frankly, they don't have the ability to pay the benefits that they would want to do, they just don't have it to do it. Many of our small business owners are in that space. I want to do right by them. I'm losing my people day and night because they're not just working for a paycheck, they're working for that protection, those benefits. That's who you want to be serving, okay? 40 to 50% savings is what we can offer them. And here's what you need to know. Many times when you're in the group space, many of them who have insurance, if they're not big enough, they're getting terrible rates. They're getting really, really, really terrible rates, if anything at all, because many of the brokers will not touch them if they aren't big enough. If they're not getting enough commission, if they're not getting enough participation, they will not write business for them. Impact Health Sharing eliminates that. It doesn't matter how small you are. We're able to give you health care, all right? Not only that, there are no contracts. Impact is sure and solid in what we offer. We don't need to enforce or infringe a contract. We're sure and certain about the value that we're bringing to the marketplace. And here's something that you need to know. It's simple, it's clean, it's customizable. Every single one of them, for the employees that they're going to sponsor, they get to see where every single dollar goes. They get to log into an employer dashboard and they can see exactly where their money is. They can see when an employee leaves, they can cut off payment. Those employees can continue on. It's a full service engine that we're giving them access to. And they get to work with us. I mean, no, just saying, we're pretty great. We're great people. They get to work with us. All right, so here's who you need to understand. These are the people that are groups. Anyone that's looking to pay for the employment or the health care for their staff, they are considered a group. It doesn't matter how big they are. It doesn't matter how small they are. If they're paying for something for someone else and they're employing these people, they are a group, okay? Target market is important because here's what you need to know. We end up spending a whole lot of money we spend a lot of money, we spend a lot of time, we spend a lot of resources because we're looking for those big, big, big elephants, okay? Groups 49 or less is where you want to be targeting, okay? And here's some free game. The smaller the business, the better. We have the most success and the highest conversion with businesses 15 employees or less, okay? And here's what you need to know. It's not a immediate thing like the individual route is. We need at least 5 business days to close these things because there's the quoting process, there's the education process. And we're gonna talk about the quoting process because we just created a way to self-serve these small business owners. You are no longer waiting 2 business days. Get excited because I certainly am. All right, so step 1. This should look very familiar. If you've ever submitted a group lead, this is where you wanna be. Go to your storefront, have this business lead, whether it's this admin, whether it's the HR, whether it's the business owner themselves, take them to your storefront, have them fill out this sheet, okay, with their company's information. Immediately after they finish this page, they are gonna be getting this email, okay? That email, you see that link that says see prices? When they click that link, it is going to take them to this page. They now get the ability to enter the census data that you were collecting previously. They can now download the information here and upload it, or they can key it in. The very next page, you guys, they are going to see rates immediately. Notice this didn't take 2 business days. This is a 15-minute conversation, right? Talk about conversion opportunity. Get excited, that is huge. On the spot, they get to see those rates, they get to see prices, and they can make a pretty soft decision right then and there with you, okay? Immediately after that, they're gonna receive an email. Once they've saved and decided that they wanna continue, they're gonna get this email. That email is gonna give them access to my calendar. They will be meeting with me directly, okay? We will take them from start to finish. Even if the employer is ready to go, know this, that the bigger the organization, the more complex it is. Because you're not just making the decision for one person, you're making the decision for a group of people. So employee education is critical. They need to understand what they have and, quite frankly, what they don't have. That's important. So scheduling those appointments is going to be very, very important. They now get the ability to do that. And this can be 1 business day. From the time that you've engaged them to the time that they've scheduled with me, that's 1 business day, you guys. No longer waiting 2 business days to get a quote. And then the very next step, once they've scheduled, we do an employee education session, typically via Zoom. From there, we find out who's interested in moving forward. That employer dashboard is generated and created, and you have new customers. You have new customers. It's just that simple, guys. So how can you be a part of this? How do we get you to fish, right? If you haven't already, we want you to become an accredited IBO. You're just gonna take a quick quiz. It's not rocket science. We just want you to read through the guidelines, make sure you understand the fundamentals enough to be dangerous, And then you can go out there with your bait, build the rapport, create the excitement, and go out there and catch some fish. All right? Now, I've got one question for you. Who's ready to go fishing? Thank you, guys. God bless.